How to make an automatic Firefly bush farm in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Stick around and I'll show you how. Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition Redstone tutorial. For this Redstone tutorial, I'm in Minecraft Preview 1.21.70.25, and this update gives us access to all the new blocks and mobs coming out in the next big update. One of the new blocks coming out in the update is going to be the Firefly bush, and it is this plant right here, which I think looks really cool. It does let off a little bit of a light level, and as you can see, there are Firefly particles moving around, and you can see them a lot better at night. So if I go ahead and just switch this to nighttime, you can see more of the particles of the Fireflies all over the place, which I think is really cool. So this is an exciting new block. And on top of that, let's switch this back to daytime. On top of that, we can also use bone meal on this. So if I go ahead and bone meal this, it grows off to the sides like you see here. So that got me thinking, what kind of a farm can we make with this new block? After playing around with the Firefly bush for a bit, I realized that the Firefly bush, when bone mealed, only spreads out in a 3x3 area and only in a plus sign shape. So let me show you what I mean. If I go ahead and bone meal this, it goes to the top, left, right, and down. It never hits any of the corners of the 3x3 area, no matter what I do. So with that, that gave me the idea for the shape of the farm. To make this Firefly bush farm, you are going to need a 5x5 area. Now let's take a look at our supplies. There we go. There are all the supplies we'll need. So of course we will need a Firefly bush. You'll need a stack of bone meal, 5 mud blocks, 4 pistons, 1 sticky piston, 1 dispenser, 2 observers, 4 hoppers, a lever, a barrel, 8 glass blocks, and then just 1 building block of your choice. The first thing we're going to do is build the foundation of this build. So go ahead and grab your barrel. We're going to go right to the center of the 5x5 area and place our barrel down like so. Get your hoppers, place hoppers into each side of the barrel. Just like that. Now go ahead and grab your mud blocks and place mud blocks on top of each one of these blocks like that. So you'll have this plus sign. Now go ahead and get the Firefly bush and put that right in the center. Next, we're going to place 2 temporary blocks above the Firefly bush like this. We're going to come down below. We're going to grab our dispenser, knock out the bottom temporary block, and place our dispenser facing down, pointing towards the Firefly bush. Next, grab your pistons. We want to crouch place pistons against the side of the dispenser. Just like that. We can remove this temporary block, and so far, your farm should look like this. Now we want to go ahead and place the glass blocks around the farm to enclose everything. So the easiest way probably is just to surround the mud blocks with temporary blocks like this. And then go ahead and place your glass blocks on top of all of these temporary blocks. And then once we're done, we can go ahead and remove all of our temporary blocks. From here, what we want to do is place a temporary block on top of the dispenser, grab your first observer, run it into the block so the red dot is facing the sky, go ahead and remove that temporary block, and then from here, pick a side, any side, it doesn't really matter. We want to place a temporary block right here, get your sticky piston, place your sticky piston on top of that block facing in towards the build. We can go ahead and remove that, and then we want to get our second observer, and let's find the best way to do this. Might need to remove this block right here, but we want to place an observer facing in this direction. So we have the face of the observer facing the sky, which means the red dot is pointing into this piston right here. And then of course, we do want to close the farm back up. So let's go ahead and do that. So it should look just like this. And then what we want to do is place a lever right on top of the sticky piston. And this farm is ready to go. Now the only thing we need to do is load our bone meal into the dispenser, which is why I set it up this way. So we have easy access to the dispenser, because with it being surrounded by everything, there would be no other way to access it. We're going to go ahead and open this up. We're going to place in our full stack of bone meal, just like that. And then all we simply do is flip the lever, let it do its thing, and then we sit back and wait. So you can see that the Firefly bushes are spawning into the mud blocks right there. The pistons are extending, breaking the Firefly bush, which is then going to push them into the mud blocks, which is then going to be collected by the hoppers, going right into our barrel down below. And now the farm is out of bone meal, so we can go ahead and shut this off. And then if we take a look down below, remember we did put a full stack of bone meal into the dispenser. And if we open up our barrel, you can see that we now have a full stack of Firefly bushes down in our collection system. And there you have it, everyone. A working automatic Firefly bush farm for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now, of course, this is just in preview, so things are always subject to change, but I don't see what would change too much about the Firefly bush, except maybe the area that it spawns in. But if it happens to stay this way, at least we know we have ourselves a working automatic farm. So with that being said, everyone, this is going to be the end of today's Redstone tutorial. I really hope you all enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I will see you later.